Welcome to Let's Talk Speak on It. I'm your host, Tamika Cozy. Thank you all so much for tuning in and joining us today. In 2018, I started the Cozy Project, which is now a nonprofit organization helping individuals with mental health disorders and autism. In the beginning, it was slightly difficult. I had only had a few family members and a few friends that owned their own business at that time. But I stepped out on faith anyway, and I'm very happy that I did so. Today, women represent 38% of business owners within the United States. This Women's History Month, we wanted to sit down with Hey Gurl Hey Marketing, represented by two amazing women whose goal is to help other women build their business. Please help us welcome Tareca and Latisha, and together they make Hey Gurl Hey Marketing. How are you both doing today?
Good. Doing pretty good today.
Awesome. And so, Hey Gurl Hey Marketing, can you tell us the background story of that?
All right. So, Hey Gurl Hey came about. So in 2017, I was laid off my job. And so I had already been like on the entrepreneur spectrum. So I basically was just sitting at home. It's like, I'm starting business. I had my jewelry business going. And so I noticed like so many people around me were trying to start businesses as well. So I'm like, what can we do to help people like me get ahead with starting businesses? So I'm like, we should start like a networking business to help bridge the gap between people in our community and connect them with the resources that they need to grow businesses, to learn about entrepreneurship. So I called Latisha up, was like, this is my idea. And she was like, yeah, that would be a great idea. We definitely, need that in our community. And so we started like building it out, researching, seeing like what type of business should we start. And then we were like, okay, a networking business, and host events in the community where we bring people who are successful business entrepreneurs or any type of resources related to businesses that we can connect with people who are trying to be in those same shoes as those people. And then we were like, okay, we are in the African American community, Chicago, West Side, Austin community. That's where we're from. And so we were like, hey girl, hey, because that's how we always address each other. Like, hey girl, hey, like, hey girl. And so we were, it was like, that would be dope because it connects with our community and it's a familiar phrase that is used. So that's how Hey Girl, Hey came about. And then we initially started as a networking company and started hosting events and workshops in the community, providing like resources, reaching out to people who were like successful business owners, anyone who was successful in like any type of resource, business, marketing, any type of business that they were in. We were like, okay, we think it would be great to come to our event and connect and let other people know how to get started. So that's basically how Hey Girl Hey came about. And then we say in around 2018, our fitness trainer came to us and was like, it's dope what you all are doing, but I need a little bit more help. How can you all help me? So,
and what type of help was she looking for at that time?
To grow her business.
Business plans.
Business planning, just how to really structure her business to take it to the next level.
Okay.
So we were like, well, we really do networking events, but initially our background is I'm in business management and marketing. Tisha's marketing and advising. So we was like, we actually can help. We can do it. Mm-hmm. So we became her coaches.
Okay.
So then after that, she started telling people who were helping her. They started to come to us. So we was like, okay, well, I guess we'll start coaching. Right. Mm-hmm. Coaching, consulting.
Can you go back a little? What was the difference between the beginning to where you ended up with working with her, the consulting and things like that?
I think the main difference at first when we started, it was more networking and putting all entrepreneurs African American females together, and then transitioning to working individually with those entrepreneurs. So we had a lot of people who just did not know about social media management. We didn't know no one knew about like a business plan or getting marketing, getting their LLC. Like no one knew the steps to do that. So that was when she, first reached out to us. We shifted towards consulting because when we set up Hey Gurl Hey Marketing, we did all of those steps. Like we had to make the LLC, we had to get all of our official papers. So we did all of that, and we realized like if you want to have a legit business, these are the steps you have to take. And we've been through that, so we can then help those people who needed the help as well.
And so, Tisha, one of the things that you mentioned was African American and women. What was the reason behind the focus on African American women for Hey Gurl Hey Marketing?
So we just felt that our community just did not know the steps to starting a business. There's so much, I feel like there's a lot of generational wealth with other races, and they know about the steps to go in terms of starting a business and having the funds, having the capital. But when it comes to our community, that education is lacking. And we've been fortunate enough to be exposed to that because we are both college graduates. We both have our masters. So we've had a lot of opportunities to learn this is what you do. And we did realize, a lot of people who probably didn't take the route we took as far as education or making those connections, that they did not know about how to start a business. And it was primarily our African American women and men communities, but we wanted to just change that tone and just change the narrative and focus more on helping our community advance.
Yes, especially the African American women. Like we are the most, like in the past 5 years, it's been like women businesses growing. Yes. And so there's been a lot of women trying to start businesses more than, not that men are not, but it's more so women. So that was just our target market was African American women. And again, Hey Gurl Hey, we relate to women, especially in our African American community.
Okay. And so one of the things you all mentioned was that you both were college graduates. And you both are also moms, and you work in the professional world also. How is it balancing Hey Gurl Hey, being moms, and then trying to run your own business to help others?
Well, you see this gray hair. For me, it was definitely like, it had definitely became like overwhelming trying to balance everything. I'm not gonna lie, because as a single mom, you have to be attentive to your child, make sure their needs are all fulfilled. Then you have your career, you have to where you're trying to grow in and build in that, and then you have this business where not only you're trying to grow your business, but now you have people depending on you or looking at you to help them with their businesses. So we definitely took on a lot, and so time management. That was like the biggest challenge, like trying to tackle time management, because that's what allows us to be able to tackle everything. And for me, like I have to be on the schedule now. Like I found that helps me. Like being stick to a schedule, sticking to it. It's okay if everything don't go as planned, but for the most part, I do have a schedule. I'm using my calendar, trying to just plan out everything so that I won't get overwhelmed and like clouded with so much in my brain that I just feel like I don't want to do anything. And there are days where I'm just like, I just don't want to do anything, but I still keep it moving and keep it going. But it's that having that schedule. It's like I had to create a process for my life. Yeah. Like people, so like how you have to create processes for your businesses and scheduling. I also have to do that in my life in order to manage everything, or I'll go crazy.
So, and the difference between that, so before you were doing the process with the time management, do you see a difference now?
Yes, because at first I was just like all over the place, like, oh, it was like, oh, this today, or that's today, or I gotta do this, gotta do that. Like I'm running with it, like we said, with the chicken with his head cut off. And so I'm like, okay, I can't keep doing this or I won't be successful. And then I'll just get in my mood where I just shut down. But I'm like, I have to figure out a way. So again, I started to become a little bit better with time management, scheduling things, putting things on my calendar, breaking out things like so I won't have a day where I'm overwhelmed and trying to fit everything into that one day. Like, okay, I can spread this out. I can make this happen. And I feel like that's what been helping me, and having a support system. Because even though like me and Latisha, we do everything together, so we also each other's support system with the kids, or we got our family that helps us. So having a village, it takes a village. So
yes,
having that village helps also with balancing everything.
And we've certainly had to learn, I feel like, especially with this last year, because we both transitioned to new jobs. We both had to transition to actually going into work versus working from home. And then it's the added, the kids are getting older and they're getting into new things. So, just making sure we're watching them, and then still having businesses to run outside of Hey Gurl Hey. Tareca's in makeup and styling. I have a hookah business in addition to Hey Gurl Hey Marketing, in addition to our 9 to 5. So it does take a lot of planning and just really staying on it. Because before, while we were doing our 9 to 5, we could do our Hey Gurl Hey on the side. But now it's like we really have to work and plan for Hey Gurl Hey, on lunch or after work. But the key word is planning.
Yep. And then even I feel like last year we kind of took the gear, we fell back on a lot of things because we were just we need time to ourselves. Because even during COVID, we had over 10 clients.
We did.
We were working nonstop during COVID in our businesses because people took that time to really invest in their business because of how COVID shut down. So they're in the house and they were still reaching out and they were booking us. So we were like, oh my God, we were still working. And so we just kept working nonstop. And last year we kind of fell back a little and just enjoyed life more and took a break and kind of came back with a refresh for Hey Gurl Hey as well.
And we still have clients.
Yep.
What do you think that break did for you?
I think it really just made us aware of all just opportunities around us, just to really take a break. I mean, Tareca and I, we went to Arizona, and it was just the two of us, and we literally had the best time just sleeping. And, the resort, the resort was beautiful. We just had time. It was no kids. It was just us two just to chill and relax and just really, take in the moment because we're always so busy with the kids, with the business. I mean, we were still doing Hey Gurl Hey work on vacation, but it just allowed us to really, take the time and really just, fill out everything around us. So everyone needs a break. You need a break. Just with everything that's going on in life, we welcome breaks because you don't want to be overwhelmed and give up.
So you mentioned the trip and that you all were able to take a break. What else do you all do for self-care? Because it's so important to make sure that you have that time for you.
Well, for me, I actually when I work out, that's providing me a peace of mind, just time to myself and pushing through and just I feel so good after I work out. I also meditate and with my sage and my crystals, and I listen to meditating music and kind of just take that time and relax, take deep breaths and set intentions on what I want in my life, just removing things that no longer serve me. So, and then even going to a spa day, getting a massage, and even sometimes I just go to Target and walk around and I'll be feeling so good.
What about you? What do you do for self-care?
So I'm getting back into the gym because I have my moments that I completely fall off, but that does help. And I feel like when I do work out, it helps me to stick to a schedule because I have so much going on. And it's going to the gym or working out is a priority. So I would say working out. As I mentioned, I have my hookah business, which I feel like that, I'm trying to get more back active with that, but definitely hookah, it's a vibe with itself because it brings so much relaxation and you're just really, you're calm and, you're taking in the mood. Yeah. Mm-hmm. So that's what I do a lot of. Well, starting to do that because I took a break from that.
And so there's a lot of women who are watching. who are thinking of, oh, I want to start this business, but I'm too busy. I have kids. I can't with my 9 to 5. It's too hard. It's too challenging. What would you all say to them?
I'd say go for it. Because if you're really passionate about starting that business, and if you see that this business can change your lifestyle, go for it. Do your research, take your time, do your research, study the market, that whatever industry you want to go into, whether it's product based or service based. See the growth rate. Is it really booming? Is it a need? We always say put a listening ear out there. That means going on social media, Google, and just look at what people are saying about the potential business you're looking into going into. And if they need it and you feel like you got something to offer, go for it.
Yeah, you really do have to just go. I mean, you make your plan, and if this is something that you have been doing for years and people keep asking you, well, why don't you have this business, or why haven't you started it? That's a sign right there. And it literally just takes, having a notebook and starting to plan it out. Follow Hey Gurl Hey Marketing, because we can definitely help you get started. But it's literally just, taking initiative, having that paper and that pen, and go for it. Like, we are both so busy with X, Y, and Z, but yet we still make the time, because if it's your passion, you're going to make the time for it. If it's something that, brings you to smile, to laugh, it's a good just break from your kids, then that's an indication that you need to go for it.
Yep.
Awesome. Thank you all so much for that. What events do you have coming up for Hey Gurl Hey Marketing?
Well, we have a free workshop. That's one thing we like to do, is host free workshop, locally and online. So we do have a free online workshop coming up March 7th at 7 p.m. It's called Build a Strategy Workshop, social media edition, where we kind of dive in on social media marketing, how to kick off social media in your business, how to plan for it, how to build a strategy for it. And it's for people who are just, if you're about to start a business, you just started a business, or you in business and you're struggling with that area and you kind of need a refresher on what steps and tools you need. This would definitely be a great workshop for you to attend. And they can go to our Instagram page at Hey Gurl Hey Marketing and click the link in our bio to register for that class. It's free. Even if you can't attend it, still go and register for it, because we will send out a replay and through the email, and it'll be, it's a great class. We're definitely going to be dropping some gems, and so definitely get on that. We also are working on an event to host over the summer, and we're in the process of planning that out, so stay tuned. But if you follow us at Hey Gurl Hey Marketing on Instagram, you'll be in the know of that upcoming event.
And Facebook too.
And Facebook, yes.
And Twitter.
And Twitter.
We're everywhere.
At Hey Gurl Hey Marketing. And that's HeyGurl Marketing. So a girl with a U, not an I.
And then if there are people who wanted to reach out to you in regards to having you assist them with marketing, what can they do?
They can always DM us through our Instagram page, or they can send us an email at heygirlhey787@gmail.com. But most likely just go to our Instagram page. We keep all of our links in the bio, where you can book a discovery call. And what a discovery call is, a 15 free-minute session with us, where we have you fill out a questionnaire, so we can kind of understand what you're looking for. And we kind of just hop on that call and just discuss it a little more and let you know what we have that we can offer you to help you in your business.
Okay, awesome. Thank you all so much for joining us today. We really appreciate everything that you are doing for the community with Hey Gurl Hey Marketing. So thank you both for joining us.
Yes, and thank you for having us.
Awesome.
Thank you all for joining. Let's Talk, Speak on It. Remember, your purpose will always make room for you. Follow your dreams. Go for it.